Hello, welcome to another edition of my YouTube video. Today we are going to understand how to use assignments in a class team using Microsoft Teams. There are certain features that are available only for class teams, and assignments is one of them. So at the top in the general channel, you see the assignments tab. Once we click on the tab, this gets ready to connect us to assignments. Here we can create assignments, we can create and assign quizzes, we can manage timelines, we can add rubrics for grading, and we can do a lot more. So once we reach here, the first time we need to click on get started, and this is a blank slate for us wherein all our assignments which we create will appear, and they'll just keep being added to. So the first thing that we have to do is to click on this create button. Once I click on create, there are three options available. One is a new assignment, a quiz, and we can also assign some assignment that has already been given or created by us some time back. So that is an existing assignment. So we are going to learn how to create a new assignment. Once we click on this new assignment, it will take us to a page where we have to enter all the details for our assignment, and we are going to go through all the details step by step. The title, this is required, and on the right hand side we see there are three buttons: the discard button, the save button, and the assign button. The assign button is inactive at present. The moment you click a title, sample assignment, this gets active and it turns dark blue. The discard button and save buttons, both of them are used whenever we either want to save a draft of the assignment or we want to discard the assignment that is being created. So I'm going to create a sample assignment, and here in the instructions we can have a rich text formatted instruction. So let us just click on boldface, complete the attached comprehension exercise. Right now, at this point we need to attach some resource to our assignment. So we assume that we have already prepared a resource and we can add the resource from here. So we click on add resource, and then it will take us to a browser from where we can choose our assignment. Now by default these files are present in my OneDrive, so they appear first. So these are all my OneDrive files. If your file is present on OneDrive, you can choose it from here, and if it's on your local device, then you can upload it from here. So I click here and it will take me to my folder, and I just choose one of the comprehension passages I've already typed in, and I click on it. It can be a PDF, it can be a Word document, or any other file. It can be an image file. I just open it. Now you see this is uploading. Once it finishes uploading, this uploading word will change to uploaded. We just wait for that, and then we need to click on done at the bottom. If we decide not to give that attachment, then we just click on cancel, right? So we click on done here, and then the next step is to assign it to the team. Here this is the name of the team in which the assignment has been created. Suppose you want to give the same assignment to some other team as well, to some other class as well. All you need to do is just click on this pink area, and then you will see a list of all the teams which are there, in which you are a member, in which you are a teacher, right? So you can choose any of them. Let me choose my dummy class, You see, the moment I selected, there's a tick mark here, and this has now changed to 2 classes, right? Now here we have the option of assigning this work to all students or to selected students. So if I choose selected students of a class, then of course it has to be a single class, so I need to just do away with this. So I select here, and the names of students in this particular class will appear. So I can choose on any of the names, and this one student will just get the assignment, the others will not get the assignment. So by default, this is all students. Okay. Now we come to the due date, the date on which the child is required to submit the assignment, the last date. This is the due date. Microsoft Teams allows assignments to be handed in late, so the student can just keep on handing over the assignments until you specify a close date. So the close date is the hard line, or when the child is expected to submit the assignment. After that, no assignment can be submitted by the student, even a late submission. So the due date by default is 1 day. There's 1 day's time given, so you can change it, you can make it a week later, you can give it as many days as you want, and then so let it be just 1 day, and then we select the close date. So the close date means that after this the child will not be able to submit the assignment, right? Late turn-ins is not allowed. It's mentioned here very clearly, and then we click on done. Once this is done, we need to assign this, and it says here the post assignment notifications to this channel. So an assignment notification will be posted to this general channel. Now we click on assign once we just go through everything, and then we click on assign. So this new assignment has been created. And this will be visible to all the students. So this is the assignment that was created, and it has come under the tab assigned. So whatever assignments have been assigned to the children, they'll all appear here for the teachers, and all assignments which have been reviewed, which have been completely graded, and they have been returned back to the children, they will shift to the graded part. So this we can hide, or we can just show in this manner. Now in case I need to edit any assignment, I just need to click on this, and here you just go to edit assignment. So the same page will open, and then I can make any required changes here, maybe the date, maybe the title of the assignment, whatever changes are required, and then I just click on update. Here you also have a tab through which you can see the student view. That is what the student will get to see. So this is what the student will get to see. Complete the attached comprehension exercise, and the attachment will be there, right? Now whenever assignments are given to children and we click on the assignment, then here you have the list of students, and here you have the status. This status is important because from here we come to know whether children have read the assignment, whether they have not even bothered to open it, or whether they have turned in the assignment. So here I'll just take you to another sample class wherein lots of assignments have been done, and here you can see the status of different students. When I click on this tiny arrow next to the status, I can just sort them in order of not turned in, viewed, the child has seen the assignment but not submitted, and turned in, that means the child has submitted the assignment. And all these are not graded by the teacher so far, right? So when we look at the detailed assignment, the students whose work is turned in, it will have the status of turned in. The ones who have just viewed will have the status of viewed, and the ones who have not turned in or not even bothered to open the assignment, it will show not turned in. Now if I want to create an assignment, I just click on the name of the child and the assignment will open up. Now here, since most of the work is done with pen and paper, the children just have to click pictures and they have to post the images, or they can change it into a PDF document and upload it. So when I see these assignments, it's very easy for me to just give them a feedback, right? So I just see each of these pages and I shall type an appropriate feedback here. So like for example, if this is in order, presuming all these things are in order, I just write a feedback, well done. Right? And once I give the feedback, I need to click on this return at the bottom. This return will send the same assignment back to the child with the feedback of the teacher. So you click on return, and the moment you click on return and you close it, you will find that the child's name from here has shifted here. So this has been returned. The status shows that the assignment has been returned and the feedback is well done. And as I told you before, all the graded assignments, that is all the assignments which have been completely reviewed by the teacher and the teacher has given appropriate feedback, they all shift to the graded assignments with a tick mark at the end, which shows that these assignments have been graded. Now we can create new assignments from existing quizzes, from existing forms. So let us create another assignment from a quiz, and it'll take us to the list of quizzes which are already available with my account. So I have quite a number of quizzes which are already there. So I can just click on any one of them, and maybe I click on this math sample quiz, right? And let me just go back to my next team, wherein I can just show you how to create another one for quizzes. So here we are going to assign a quiz that has already been created, and it will take me to my forms where I can see a list of all the quizzes which have already been prepared. So I choose a quiz from there, maybe this one, click on next. Now as quizzes are auto graded when I create them, so you can see the points of the quiz have already come up here, and the title also has already come up here. This shows that this form is being given as an assignment in this team, and here I can give instructions as required to complete the quiz in 20 minutes. This is an instruction which I want to give, and here if you want to conduct the quiz within the class hours, you can just choose your time accordingly or give a due date so that the children can give the submission later. And once you do that, you can simply click on assign, and you see that this quiz has now been created. Now we are going to quickly take a look at the student's view of the assignment that the teacher has created. These two assignments have been posted, and the child can see it in the posts in the general channel. So they get an alert that an assignment has been posted. They either view the assignment from here itself, or they click the assignments tab at the top. Now here this is very clearly telling that this has got 25 points, so probably it can be a quiz. So once the child clicks here, he opens up the form, he completes the quiz. This is the quiz. He completes the quiz, right? And then at the end you submit, the same way as you would do a quiz in Microsoft Forms. Just submit, and then you need to click on close, right? When you come to the assignment, here the child can see the comprehension PDF. So on clicking on this, the PDF will open up. So the child can do it wherever it is required to be done. If it's a pen and paper exercise, they can do it on the pen and paper, right? And after which, this is the comprehension passage that was given. After this, they can just click on add work, and because the child has done the work with pen and paper, they can just click a picture and they can upload the picture from wherever it has been saved, right? So this is how the child will attach. So to attach the work, the child clicks on add work and then attaches the picture. And once this is attached, the child must remember to click on this button, the turn in button or the hand in button, because only then the status in the teacher's view will change to turned in or handed in. Otherwise, the teacher will think that this has not been submitted, right? Once the student submits an assignment, the assignment heading will move from the assigned tab to the completed tab. So here, the child can very easily keep track of the assignments that are due and that he has already submitted. Moving back to the teacher's view, here we also have the option of taking a look at what all submissions have been done and graded and are still pending for review from this tab called Grades. So this just gives an overview. At the top you see the names of the assignments, and here there are the names of students who are there in the particular class, and you'll see that once this comes up, you will see all the details of whether the assignment has been submitted, whether the assignment has been returned, and so on. So as you can see, this child has viewed the assignment but not submitted. This child has turned in the assignment and it has not been reviewed. And here the teacher has viewed the assignment, reviewed it, and also returned it after giving appropriate feedback. So if you want to review the exercise from here, you can just click on the ellipsis and then open the student work directly from there. The student's work will open up, you can grade it and simply return and then close this. So the Grades tab is a very useful tab to get an overview of how much work is left to be reviewed, how much work is has been returned to the students, and so on. Also, in the assigned assignments, you can just see at the end of the bar here, you come to know the number of students who have turned in the assignments right here. So you can have an idea of how many assignments have been turned in so that you can review or you can grade them after that. I hope you enjoyed watching this lesson of using Microsoft assignments and grades within a class team in Microsoft Teams, and this will be of help to you. Thank you for watching.